What's up, everybody? We're back with NC90 Talk. I'm Nicholas, and this is my papa, Olive.
What?
Today we have a special guest, my homie, Braylon. What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Today we're going to be talking about the Week 3 loss against the Broncos. Very disappointing. And what we think about what we will predict on Monday night. First, let's just go to that disappointing loss first against the Broncos. What do you think?
Tough game. Where to begin? Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy G. Actually, those are the only things I could talk about. Our defense, stellar again. Probably the best defense I think so far in 3 games. Probably because the way they've stepped up. I mean, we're allowing 220 yards, I think, more or less. We're averaging, I think, 10 points, 11 points per game. When you allow 11 points, we should win every single game. That's what I think. But obviously, our offense didn't show up. Our running didn't show up. Jimmy G didn't show up. That's like probably the worst game I've seen him play. Kyle Shanahan needs to pick it up with his game calling. However, it's just game 3 of the season. There's a lot of game left. I think there's a lot to get better. Unfortunately, that loss cost us Trent Williams. Yeah, key players, especially Trent Williams. So I think that's going to be a big loss. Other than that, it's really simple. It's just Jimmy G, Kyle Shanahan. We had a chance to drive at the end. We fumbled the ball. A lot of miscues, a lot of mess ups. So other than that, I feel that we're in good shape. I just think we just need to come strong next game.
What do you think, bro?
I think it's too late to start doubting. I think it's week 3. I think 2 disappointing losses at the start of the season is not anything to be scared of. I think Jimmy Garoppolo didn't play good at all, running into the back of the end zone, throwing an interception and crucial time. I just didn't think that was what we should be expecting of Jimmy Garoppolo throughout the season, especially with Trey Lance out. But we have seen before, he is a winner and he is going to win games for us. But I think it's just a matter of the chemistry and reps, as he didn't play with the Niners all off season or practice with them.
Yeah.
Well, what I think is, bad plays lead to bad reads. So people putting all the blame on Jimmy G, you got to can't just put on one person. It's a whole team, right? So Kyle Shanahan was calling bad plays, and that led to bad reads, obviously. But Jimmy G probably had one of his worst games of his career. I think just bad reads everywhere, and the calls were bad. It was just all over the place for the offense. And as you said, the defense held them to only 11 points and had 12 punts.
Well, technically, they held him to, was it 9 points?
Yeah,
because the safety,
yeah.
2 points.
So, yeah, that defense is working, but the offense needs to step up. And I think Jimmy G, now just one game, week 3, as you guys said, it's only week 3, don't need to overreact. I think Jimmy G will come back and for the season and just come back better.
I feel he needs to trust his abilities, like we've seen him in other games, right? He needs to trust his reads. There were a couple plays in the game that he could have had. There was a play that Debo was wide open. I think he looked them, but it seemed like he kind of holds the ball 2 seconds longer instead of just throwing it out there and just trusting his players will do the rest. I feel that kind of, I don't know if it's like Brandon said, maybe due to the lack of reps that he's had with the teams. Maybe his arm is sore. A lot of factors, right? But there's no way that the Niners, with all the weapons they have, cannot score more than 10 points. It's no excuse. And after 4, 5, 6 weeks, and we've heard talking about it the same way, then we really have a problem. But right now, I think we're okay. It's just, it just kind of sucks. This game they should right now, to be honest with you, they should be 3-0 right now.
Yeah, they should, yeah.
Like not even kidding around. They should be 3-0, but obviously, it is what it is, right?
NFL.
It is what it is. So, with that said, here comes Monday night. It's a game that they need it. I feel that even if they lose, I think they're going to be okay just because the division is not that strong this year. The whole NFC. And their own division is not that strong. So I think even if they lose, but I feel that they need to come up. So, Bray, what do you think about this Monday night game?
I think it's gonna be important in a way, but I also think no matter what the outcome of it is, I think it's not a must-win situation. I think it will be crucial with getting that division win
Hmm.
down to make us more have a higher chance in the playoffs. But going into this game, there's a lot of injuries that we have. Big ones are Trent Williams.
If he's all Shire.
Yep, couple Ty Davis Price now might play. A bunch of other people might not play.
Right.
And I think we just have to get back to what we'd normally do. Get the check down to Kittle. Get the good passes to Debo and Ayuk, and just move the ball at constant pace.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think they just gotta keep it. I think at times that Kyle Shanahan is overthinking some of the plays, right? So he kind of mentioned the other day, or it was like after the second week, that he mentioned that, or it was after this game, he mentioned that no one's being surprised when Debo's lining in the back. So if that's the case, then stop putting him in the back, right?
Yeah.
If teams are already waiting for him to run, then do something else. Put him in the sweep. I think he's better off when he's sweeping anyways, when he's taking a head start. However, you could do play action off that sweep, or a bootleg off that sweep, or something different to let the teams know that you're not just gonna just hand it off to Debo. I feel that they need to use Kittle way more than they used last week. I think they would have used Kittle more last week. They would have been in way better shape. But I feel with the Trent Williams injury, they're going to probably put Kittle to help block, which I feel that they shouldn't do that. I feel they need to bring another tight end or use check to block and have Kittle go out and make plays.
And Kittle's way too important.
Yeah, he's too important just to be blocking. I feel that they need to open it up in the aspect of more slants. They're really good with that, with Debo and Ayuk. And then they gotta. I think this is more like a statement game for them, kind of to say like we're still here, we're still the top dog in our division, even though the Rams, were the champions last year. But Niners have had their numbers the last 7 meetings or more than that. I think this is a good comeback game because it's a national game. It's at home against a rival team. I think the Niners are gonna be up for it. But they just gotta not kill themselves with penalties, with mistakes, run the game, and Kyle needs to really, I think, keep it simple and now outsmart himself. What do you think?
As you guys said, the weapons they have, everybody mentions the weapons they have, like how are they going to score 10 points? Well, you got to use the weapons if you got the weapons.
Right.
And Kyle Shanahan is not using those weapons how he should be. Kittle is always blocking. Debo's in the backfield when he's a wide receiver. And it's just Jimmy G can't really do anything when these plays are not that great. And, as you guys said, this is not a must-win, but it's a very important game. Because, like last year against Colt McCoy, 3-5, they lost by like 25. Everybody thought it was over, and then here goes this run. So this is a big game, but not a must-win. They can always go up from here. And if Jimmy G, if he's free by Kyle Shanahan, and if the rhythm, if the flow is up pace, then Jimmy G could really sling that rock. And as you mentioned with the slants with Debo and Ayuk, he's really good with that. And just Kyle Shanahan needs to make it simple. Stop with the, two backs in the backfield just going two ways and like try to make a double screen. Like, just make it simple, make the simple pass, and that's how you're gonna win.
Well, Jimmy G needs to.
Step up.
He has to step up in this game, and in a way, not necessarily has to have a perfect game, right? Because it is what it is with Jimmy, but he has to have a game that just a stable, very consistent game. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be consistent. And I think the run game is going to help him. The run game is going to help play action, right? However, with him not being such mobile and the offensive line, losing Trent Williams, they're going to have quick. The only plus with Jimmy G, he releases the ball really fast.
Yeah,
right?
He has a fast release.
So it's not going to allow the defensive line to get him. But the wide receivers need to work hard to get open. Kittle needs to get open. So It's just one of those things that they need to. It should be a game that comes down to if our defense can hold their own, we should be able to win the game. So, what do you guys think of your prediction?
Let's start with Bray. So,
Um, I have a 23-17 win by the Niners. I think, as we've seen, we always predict the Niners to, or this season especially, we predict them to overscore. But last three games, they're always underscoring.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it depends really because what you guys added on to the weapons that he has, I think it's very obvious that Juszczyk hasn't been in the game plan as much with catching the ball or just running it. So I think he'll be a key factor. We know our secondary could hold up no matter what. Cooper Cup is gonna catch the ball. He's gonna go off no matter what. So it's just I think developing long drives, controlling the clock against the Rams.
like,
Um, I feel they need to score at least 20 points against the Rams to win. That means we're going to hold them at least 15. So the game's going to come down to 21 to 15. I feel if we could hold the Rams to 15 points, we win the game. However, we have to get to that magic number, 21 points. I think we could end up getting more than 21 points. If we hit 21, I think we'll reach more than 21. But our key is, Mike, the Niners' key is hold the Rams to 15 points. If they hold them to 15, I think we'll have a better chance to win. So I think it'll be 21 to 15.
my prediction is, as you guys said, as Braylon said, that they've been underscoring, and that's a lot of been on the offense and the Kyle Shanahan play calling. It's just like you can't really score that much with bad play calling. So I think Kyle Shanahan will learn from his mistakes, and Jimmy G will learn from his mistakes, and not put him a high scoring game, but they'll put up some numbers, 27-17. Niners win, and they control the Rams offense. And Cooper Cup did not. How you say, like, he's gonna go off, but they're gonna control him to where he doesn't go off in points scored.
Yeah,
So
they don't have a really strong running game, so they're gonna have to rely on their passing. And with our linebackers and our cornerbacks this year, I think we have a much stronger defense overall, and football is just all over the place.
I think Jimmy G is gonna have a great game. Maybe not a great game, but he's gonna have a very solid game for them to win this game and come out with a W. And mistakes weren't made in big times, and I think he's just gonna make the right throws.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.